Looking for a gift for that special person? Why not give an Amazon gift card? Design your own. Choose from 20 different occasions. Use your own photo or video. Send by email or text message. Click the link in the description below to get started. Today's episode is called 25 Years Too Late. The presence of a competitor for Kate's hand motivates storekeeper Sam Drucker to confess his long-standing secret passion for her. Original air date, November 22, 1966.
On a shady rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
Can't you go faster?
Faster? We're doing over 13 miles an hour now.
Well, what's the hurry? Can't tell you till we get to the shady rest, but it's big. Big.
How big?
Big.
I'm shoving her up to 14.
What are you doing riding the engine?
I gotta keep these fellas hustling. There's no time to wait for a thing as big as this.
What thing?
What's going to happen? Kate, this is big. Big.
Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
That's all he's been saying all the way from Hooterville. Big.
Guess who's coming?
Who?
It's none other than Walter. Walter, what's his name?
Can't get bigger than that.
Well, you know I can't remember names. Besides, he was your old boyfriend, not mine.
Walter O'Connor? Oh, don't tell me he's coming here. Don't tell me that.
I don't have to tell you. I've already told you.
My. Oh, hey, excuse me. Big.
Feel better? Like a little more apricot juice?
No, I'm fine. It was just the suddenness of hearing that Walter O'Connor was coming here after all these years.
He must have been something. Was he dreamy, Mom?
Well, he couldn't hold a candle to your father. Just that he was my first boyfriend. I guess you never forget the first one.
I knew you still cared. Oh, this is going to turn out just fine. Hey, you know what? He could make the Shady Rest into a spring training camp for his baseball team.
You mean have all those handsome baseball players right here? Where we're the only girls? I better start sewing. I haven't a thing to wear.
Turn down your burners. And you too, Uncle Joe.
Well, what's the matter? You don't have to worry about baseball players. They ain't going to even think about girls. They're in training.
They may be in training, but they're not sick. And you are jumping to some pretty radical conclusions about Walter. He's coming here to fish at Lost Lake. Remember?
That's just his cover. An excuse to be near you.
Do you really think he's coming back because of Mom?
Well, let's put it this way. He's been gone for 25 years. If he just wanted to go fishing, Lost Lake ain't that lost. Atta girl. All right, now let's see how you are on flies.
Now what?
Let's see how you are at running.
Hold it. This happened to be yours.
Well, what do you know? We looked every place for it, didn't we, Betty Jo?
It's ours.
You modern kids give up easy. It's really your fault. You should have caught it.
We're sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry, too. Windows cost money.
Oh, forget it. We'll have plenty. What was my great idea, Betty Jo's bonus, we'll clean up.
Well, first, back up. Betty Jo's bonus?
Yeah, for signing with Walter O'Connor's team. That's what I'm training her for. She's a natural.
Oh, I I'm sorry, but I happen to be the tiniest bit influenced by the fact that there's never been a girl in the major leagues.
What about Babe Ruth?
All right, outside of her.
Mom, maybe Mr. O'Connor would give Betty Jo a chance. I mean, if he's so interested in you and all.
Will all of you stop trying to marry me off? This is one man's idea, and look whose.
The cannonball. Walter should be on it. Come on. There he is. Welcome to the Shady Rest.
Hold on, he ain't officially arrived yet. The CNFW considers each and every passenger a personal responsibility from the time of boarding until said passenger is back on good old terra firma. That's Earth.
Well, I thank you very much. He knows what the Earth is. I bet he's doggone glad to get back on it after having an hour of his year bent by you. Welcome to the Shady Rest.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Mr. O'Connor, on behalf of the Cannonball, I'd like to say that it's been an honor having you aboard, and I do trust that your journey was pleasant and comfortable.
Yes, well, indeed it was. Pleasant, comfortable? Well, no thanks to you, Charlie Pratt. You know what this ballast scorcher done? He had her going almost 15 miles an hour up Dead Man's Curve.
That's a laugh. With you for a fireman, I'd never get up enough steam to go 15 miles an hour.
So,
Ask anybody. Ask the whole world.
Finish your arguing somewhere else. Welcome to the Shady.
And this is Bobby Joe and Billy Joe and my little tomboy Betty Joe.
Oh, my favorite kind. Oh, you've got a lovely family, Kate.
Thank you.
And looks like you got a very comfortable hotel, too.
And we hope you like her, Walter.
What was that? Oh, yes, well, how could I miss?
Yeah, that's right. How could you? Well, come on up. I got a couple of great ideas for you, including a hint on how you could have wrapped up that fourth series game a lot earlier than you did. You should have done, see, when you got that.
Petticoat Junction will return after these messages. And now, back to Petticoat Junction.
The time I'm talking about was in the sixth inning, when he brought in this fella Hinkle for a pinch hitter. Well, sir, when I heard that come over the radio, you know what I said to myself? I said, too bad I'm not sitting alongside of Walter. But you know who I'd have dropped into a spot like that? Who? Joe Dimaggio.
Right, you're absolutely right. It'd been a great spot for Dimaggio.
Only spot for him. Well, you'd have probably thought of it, too, if you hadn't been for the pressure.
Yeah.
You had a lot on your mind.
Mr. O'Connor, did Joe DiMaggio ever play on your team?
Well, no, unfortunately not.
And besides, he retired a long time ago, didn't he?
That's right, quite a few years back.
And that fellow you put in, Henkel, didn't he hit a home run?
Yes, he did. Hit a grand slam that won the game for us.
I liked it a whole lot better when you kids was young and had an early bedtime.
Uncle Joe, I hope you're still not talking baseball. Why don't you let somebody else have the floor and help me with this?
Don't yell at me.
Thank you.
Kate, you don't understand fellas like Walter. Baseball's their whole life. Right, Walter?
Oh, well, not quite. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I came down here to get away from baseball for a while. The fishing's still as good as ever up at Lost Lake.
Good as ever. You don't dare trail your hand in the water unless you want a sleeve full of trout.
Uncle Joe exaggerates a little, but it is good fishing. And it's still lovely and peaceful and quiet.
That's just the kind of place I'm looking for.
Yeah, you'll have to go up there. Hey, Kate'll take you.
Me?
Yeah, she knows Lost Lake better than anybody.
Yeah, well, that sounds wonderful, Kate, would you?
Well...
Then it's all set. You don't have to worry, Kate. I'll take care of everything just like I always do.
Yeah, just like you always do. I didn't hear you come in.
Mind?
Not at all.
Yeah, so you run this whole place all by yourself, huh, Kate?
Oh, well, I get a lot of help from Uncle Joe and the girls.
Oh, you know what I mean. You deserve a lot of credit, Kate.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom, Mr. O'Connor.
You didn't do so badly yourself.
Oh, I've rubbed off a few of the rough edges, I suppose. Oh, fresh cookies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wouldn't thumb me out if I,
Oh, sure.
Hi, Mom, Mr. O'Connor.
You know, I've been very proud reading about you in the paper through the years.
You read the sport pages?
When they mentioned Mr. Walter O'Connor.
Hi, Mom, Mr. O'Connor.
Oh, I'm very flattered. That you were that interested.
Well, we're old friends, aren't we?
Dear friends, I hope.
I hope so, too. Well, Billy Joe, where are your manners, dear? Don't you say hello when you come into a room?
Hi, Mr. O'Connor. Hi, Mom.
Hey, what's up? You're a million miles away.
Oh, I was just thinking. Guess which Bradley girl's going to be the first one to get married?
Huh?
Well, don't get that trap look. I didn't mean present company.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, well, one of these days. Well, why not?
Look, you can stop squirming. I said present company accepted.
Oh. You don't want to marry me?
Well, not right this minute. But forget us. I'm talking about Mom and Mr. O'Connor.
Well, they're old enough to...
They're old enough, period. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, Kate.
Today, I want nothing but your best, the finest in the store.
You always get the best I have.
Dad, but I just meant it was sort of special.
I know. That O'Connor fella, huh?
Mm-hmm. I want to show him that we eat as high on the hog as they do in the city.
You sure that's all you want to show him?
Oh, sure. How are the tomatoes?
Well, you ought to know as well as I do. You're looking right at them.
What's get into you today, Sam? Yeah, that's a nice one. I'll take these two. That's fine. Oh, put right in there. Thank you. Oh, good, that's good.
Kate. Kate?
Yeah. Squash, I almost forgot. Walter just loves squash.
Oh, that does it. I'll be doggone if I'm going to let you make time with him on my squash. I got something to say to you, and you got to listen.
Well, all right.
Where do I stand?
Where do you stand on what?
Oh, don't play games, girl.
Girl? I don't know what you're up to, Sam, but you're off to an awfully good start. What are you up to?
You don't know, do you? You really don't know. Oh, Kate. Kate? Kate?
Well, the name is right. What's the topic?
Don't pretend. Not with me. Not after all that's gone before.
Sam, you running a fever?
You know darn well I am. And it's over you. And every time I think of that O'Connor fella out there, she just boils right over the brim.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that you're jealous of Walter?
You trying to tell me I shouldn't be? Oh. Kate, I'm declaring myself for your hand.
Sam, just my hand? What about the rest of me?
Don't joke. Not about this.
I'm sorry, Sam. I just didn't realize how you felt.
Oh, dagnabbit, neither did I until he came. But that's no excuse. I should have known.
You should have known how.
Oh, in a thousand little ways. The way I let you rummage through my whole lug of tomatoes, for instance. And the times I've spilled all over the scales, weighing sugar, and looking at you instead of the merchandise. And that jar of jumbo olives I put in your shopping bag last week, when all you ordered was medium. It all adds up.
Those are pretty powerful love signs, all right.
Keith, you're just joking to hide the truth. Why escape the inevitable? Somewhere, somehow, someone wanted us to be...
Be what?
Steadies. There, I said it. And now...
Oh, Sam, you mustn't.
Mustn't I?
You shouldn't.
Shouldn't I?
No. You did?
I did. I kissed her right in the vegetable department.
And then he kissed me. Right in the vegetable department.
Maybe you're one of them femme fatales.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You don't play games with me, girl, he said. The most we've ever done is shake hands, and, well, maybe a couple of times he patted mine.
There's your clue right there. I've shook hands with Sam 100 times. He never patted my hand.
I just hope that Hollywood doesn't find out about this. They might send for me to come out there and take over for that, Sophie Loren.
Petticoat Junction will return after these messages. And now, back to Petticoat Junction.
Would you like another sandwich, Walter? We have ham and cheese and salami left.
No more sandwiches, Kate. I'd rather talk.
How about if I took the salami and put it in with the others? It'd make it an interesting combination, don't you think?
Well, I was thinking of another very interesting kind of combination.
Walter, you got a bite.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, we've got to reel it in. Well, sure you had a bite. He ate the bait off the hook.
No, he didn't, Kate. Kate, I've been out of bait for half an hour. I was just stalling. Trying to get up the nerve to ask you something. Kate.
Well, maybe we better go back, without any bait or anything.
It doesn't make any difference, Kate. They weren't biting anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't wonder, feeding them worms. If I were a fish, I'd get awful tired of worms, and I wouldn't bite either. I'd say, look at those people up there eating that nice lunch, and what are they going to serve me? Not even leftovers.
Kate, please listen to me.
You know something? I'll bet I hit on something. Now, maybe if we give those fish a treat, they will appreciate it. Now, what do you think they'd like? Cheese or ham or salami? Huh? Well, let's give them a little of each, huh? A little ham here first, and cheese in the middle, and salami. If they like garlic. Well, there you go. Fishes smorgasbord.
Kate, aren't you even going to listen to me? Why not? Don't you even want to hear what I have to say? Well, why not?
Well, because if I do, I may stop going and start going.
Kate, does this mean if I ask the question, you might answer yes?
Walter, can I ask you something?
What?
Don't ask me anything.
Why not?
Because I want time to be sure about my answer. Please?
Well, fair enough. I'm only sorry I didn't have sense to think of this 25 years ago.
Dear
Dear Kate. He's a whopper. Hey, there he is.
How about that?
With cold cuts for bait.
I'd have thought about 25 years ago.
Still walking up and down?
What do you expect? It's pretty near 8:30 and ain't back yet. Some fishing trip.
Wearing a trench in that rug ain't going to bring him back any sooner. Don't you know enough to take your hat off in the house?
You're wearing yours.
I always wear mine. Hey, what are you hiding?
Nothing.
Let's see.
Now, wait a minute. All right.
Catfish. Oh, you come a-courting, you come a-courting.
Well, what about it?
You'll love the city, Kate. It's exciting, alive. Things happen. What is it? What's the matter?
Olive, it's just I never thought of ever leaving the shady rest. It's been my whole life.
Yeah, well, I can see that. Sweet evening, Kate. Do we have to go in? Couldn't we sit down this way and talk for a while? I warn you, I'm a pretty good salesman. Even won an argument from an umpire once.
Well, it's about time.
Why don't you leave it off, Mr. Drucker?
Huh? Oh, well, I don't think I...
Very useful.
Yeah? Why ain't they coming in? What's that?
The porch swing. It needs oiling.
It ain't squeaking.
Maybe they're not swinging.
How's that?
Sam!
Go ahead, tell me you was just looking for a dropped nickel.
What's happening? This is none of your business.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's all your business,
It is?
isn't it?
Well, I'm not so sure. I think when a proposer is proposing, the proposee has the right to pick her own audience.
He was proposing.
Oh, let us hear it. Please, Mom. It may be the only one I'll ever hear.
I know these are modern times, but I did not stand around when my mother was proposed to.
Yeah, I can see where that'd take the edge off of it.
Joe, instead of making jokes, you ought to be asking him pertinent questions.
Such as?
Questions are.
I'm her uncle. What are your intentions?
I want to marry you.
Or what are his prospects?
What are your prospects?
Well, I have $1 million.
You better quit. His answer's a lot better than your questions.
No, this whole thing is just ridiculous.
Well, it sure is. Especially since I've already been turned down.
Turned down?
Yeah, that's right. The lady said no. Which I believe is my cue to say goodnight.
Walter, you do understand.
Of course I do, Kate.
Well, go ahead. Huh? You darn fool, now's your time to move in. With Walter out of the running, you can sweep her off her feet. Hey, Kate, Sam's got something he wants to say.
Oh? What is it, Sam?
Well, I don't need to say it now.
Why not?
'Cause he turned him down. Now I can take my time and think it over.
What is there to think over? You'll just lose out. All you've got to say is, Kate,
I'll say it. Kate? Kate?
Sam, I hope you're not going to ask me to marry you.
Well, that's what I was trying. You do? How come?
Because I'd have to say no.
You would?
Well, sure. We've been two good friends all these years to take a chance on spoiling it by getting married.
You really mean that?
I sure do.
Well, in that case, all I can say is, shake, pal.
Destined day this has been.
Well, bye, Walter.
Bye, Kate.